My name's Tamara Johnson, and I am a team leader based out in Franklin. And tonight we're going to be running through a whole lot of recipes in our Thermomix TM7. So that's our latest edition of our Thermomix here. I've got two machines here. I'm going to be doing a couple of recipes, and my consultant Sharon, who's also on, will spotlight the three of our screens, and she was going to do some recipes as well. So I thought I'd just quickly introduce a little bit about me before we get too stuck in, and I'll flick over to Sharon. She can do the same, and we will have some fun tonight. But yeah, Jordana, I'd love to know, do you have a Thermomix already? Are you looking to invest in one or join the team? Chuck it in the chat box, and we'll be sure to help you out throughout tonight. So I've been with the company for 4 years now. I started on our Earn program while I was running restaurants out in West Auckland as a chef, and we came into that beautiful season of lockdown, and our restaurant was opening and closing just depending on what the government was wanting to do at the time. And for me, that had worked in restaurants for 13 years, was at a bit of a crossroads with where my career was going to go, and it was a little bit scary. So I had to look for another form of income and had to use the Thermomixes in my career along the way, the TM31s, the TM5s, the TM6s. So I knew how great the product was, and I also loved how that you could get it going and walk away and it would be consistent every time. So I knew it was a brand that I would be able to back wholeheartedly, and I jumped on our Earn program to try and earn my machine for free, and really found that I love the flexibility of the business, getting to meet people and getting really creative with recipes. So I stayed on and stepped into leadership and have been given so many beautiful opportunities with travel, earning machines, earning accessories, and getting to meet some beautiful people along the way. So if that's something that interests you, I'd love to speak with you at the end of tonight's demo. Otherwise, I will flick it over right now to Sharon, and she can introduce herself too. All right, Sharon, all yours, my love.
Hello, I'm Sharon. I also got a Thermomix during lockdown. So I saw a demo on Zoom and had to think about it for 3 or 4 weeks. And then I bought mine on 24 months interest free with money. So that was the way I got mine on my bench. And I came on as a consultant at the beginning of this year because I was going to classes and really enjoying them and talking to everybody and doing lots of things. I love all the freebies we've been getting, things that we earn as consultants. So a lot of the tins and things that we're going to show you tonight, most of them have all been earned just through sales. So,
love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon. So what I'm going to do now is, for those that haven't seen a Thermomix before, is just show a really quick video. I'm going to be chopping in between cameras tonight, so stay with me, don't get too cowsick. But I'd love to know in the chat box what you're hoping to get out of tonight's demo, and hopefully Sharon and I can help facilitate that and answer any questions you've got along the way. Don't be shy. We'd love to help you if we can. So just sharing my screen really quickly here, and I'll share it with sound so that you can hear that as well. And Sharon, give me a thumbs up that you can see what I can see on my screen.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so a really quick 2-minute video. We're just going to go through now. Hold on. Can you see the all new Thermomix TM7 video? Is that
Yeah,
what
I can see your whole screen of your computer.
Very cool.
But
All
that
right.
video ready to go, yep.
Perfect. All right, guys. So this is just a 2-minute video, and it's going to give you a really good oversight into what a Thermomix is. If you have no idea, we're going to throw you in the deep end and just watch this real quick. Oh, one more time with sound, maybe. Let's try again.
Want to create restaurant quality dishes you're proud to share? Meet the all-new TM7, your personal kitchen assistant that lets you share your love like never before. With its sleek new design, larger display and open cooking mode, the TM7 takes cooking to the next level. Explore over 100,000 recipes on Cookie-Doo with step-by-step guidance for perfect results every time. Enjoy a customizable experience with a TM7 that's tailored to you. It adapts to your preferences and remembers your favourites. The precision scale weighs ingredients to the gram as you add them. Its versatile blade chops, mixes, and grinds with its full power. The classic manual mode lets you control time, temperature, speed, and blade rotation direction for endless possibilities. Prepare entire meals effortlessly with multi-level cooking, while its even quieter motor lets you cook without disturbing precious moments in the newly designed, space-optimised Varoma, thanks to the steaming mode. Enhance flavours with the new browning mode, perfect for caramelising onions or searing meat. Experience seamless cooking with Bluetooth connectivity. And enjoy peace of mind with the new heat-insulated bowl. From delicious soups and everyday meals to delicate desserts, the TM7 helps you express your culinary love language. So why wait? It's time for the all-new TM7. Thermomix, like never before.
Perfect. And just another really quick one, because I can imagine you can see a whole lot of appliances that you may or may not already have in your kitchen that a Thermomix can potentially replace for you. So I'd love to know how many appliances you've got under your bench that you're using or you're not using, or you just got broken ones or what have you. Pop those in the chat if you've got capacity. And here's a quick video that summarizes just how many appliances we can replace with this one super machine. Here we go. Wicked. Now, Sharon, I'm going to ask you a question. Before you had a Thermomix on your bench, what was the amount of appliances that you had?
Food processor, Kenwood, NutriBullet. What else? I don't know, at least 10.
Yeah.
Bread maker. All sorts of blenders, lots of different blenders.
I love that.
Bit of a gadgets girl, which is why I had to get this one.
Yeah, fantastic. So for me, I probably had a bit more chefy accessories. I had my mandolin, my food processor with all the attachments for it, your knives, your chopping boards, rice cooker, kitchen mixer, electric beater, those little stand mixers. I've hardly touched any of that stuff since having a Thermomix in my house because I just don't need it anymore. So hopefully throughout tonight's demo, we can show you a couple of appliances that you could potentially replace as well. So to kick us off, I'm just going to be on my second screen here. So a really quick overview into what this machine actually is. The way it works is you've got this platform base here, and on this there's the possibility for future advancements in technology. That's one thing that Vorwerk is really impressive with. It's all Wi-Fi connected, and the programming goes all the way back over to Germany. They can do an update as such, and then it all does that function through the machine as well. So with the way the bowl is designed, we've got 5 pins underneath here. That camera there. With the holes on the machine, we've actually got space for 6 pins. So there has been discussions of a larger bowl potentially getting created at some point, or a wok attachment, which would be really cool. So I'd love to know, what would you love the Thermomix to be able to do for you? In the bowl here, you can see we've got our built-in blades. Now the blades are always in when you're using the bowl as well. Really easy to take the blades out. We've just got a sliding attachment here. The blades will come out, and you can just give those a rinse and pop everything in the dishwasher, and happy days. As consultants, we've normally got more than one bowl for our Thermomix, and we're really lucky to be able to earn our second one at the moment. So these are being designed over in Germany, but they will be getting released to consultants first. So it's a great way for you to come and join the team if that's something that you are interested in as well. With our lid design, there is a magnet that runs all the way through the lid, down through the bowl handle as well, and that will be able to tell you that it's locked in place and the machine won't work unless that is all connected, and you'll see that as we go through the recipes tonight. We've also got a lid cap, and this just sits beautifully on top of our lid, and that is just to keep in that steam. Some recipes we will want that steam to escape as well. On our main screen, we've got a couple of different things depending on how you like to personalize your Thermomix. I like to have my weekly planner here with a couple of functions ready to go. If you just want to have all your modes there, there's a way to set that up as well. Speaking of my week, I love being able to schedule my recipes in here so that I don't have to think, and if I don't feel like cooking, I can say to my husband, it's on the machine, just go do it. Nice and easy. So we've got a beautiful menu tonight. We're going to be doing an express strawberry dessert, and we'll finish with that this afternoon. Sharon will be running us through a beetroot salad. I'll be running us through a pumpkin and bacon risotto. And Sharon's also going to be making a cherry tomato focaccia bread, which is really exciting. So other things that you can be putting on your weekly planner, I've had to make some cooked mayonnaise today. And Sharon's also made some white bread that she'll show us a little bit later as well. But I've also got a whole lot of herbs that I need to use up in my fridge. So I was thinking to make a chimichurri to get rid of those and prevent food waste, which is another great thing about our Thermomix. Focusing on now, we've got a screen with a lot of those functions. So as you saw in that video earlier, there's a whole lot of things that our Thermomix can replace for us. And if you're just wanting to tap into those functions, you can do that. Now, we're not going to get to see everything off there today, but if there is something you'd like to see, I'd really recommend booking in another cooking demonstration with a consultant so they can really teach you more about all of the benefits of the machine. And you'll also notice there's a new feature that's just been loaded on here. So if you've got the TM6, this will be quite similar. They've added in our chopping feature. So there's a whole lot of preset chop modes for cutting vegetables and chocolate and coffee, ice, seafood, meat, all of that, cheese. So I'd love to know, what do you hate cutting that maybe the Thermomix could replace and do that for you? Well, let's get started with our risotto because I know that's got a long cooking time. So I'm going to jump into my weekly planner, bring up my recipe, and just show you a little bit about what we're looking at here. So on my camera, I'll bring the screen a little bit closer. We're doing a pumpkin risotto with bacon. I can see prep time is 10 minutes. So really, I only need to be around the machine for 10 minutes. How good is that? We're going to be making 2 portions, but I can scale this recipe to 2, 4, or 6. So if I'm cooking for a couple, cooking for a crowd, cooking for leftovers, I can change that before I even start the recipe. How good. Scrolling down, it's going to tell me the ingredients I need for this recipe, and lucky you, I've got that all weighed out ready to go, so you're not going to see me prepping onions and garlic and all of that stuff. Scrolling right down, we've got the preparation steps, and that is what our Thermomix is going to do to create our recipe. Tips and tricks will also be listed down there, and this beautiful notes section is for you, so you can personalize what you'd love to have on there for each time you make a recipe. Now, if you love what you've cooked, there'll be some similar recommendations on here as well, your nutritional information, and any cookbooks that this recipe features in. If you've got everything ready to go, all we do is press start cooking. Nice and easy. Now, I've got a 9-month-old sleeping on the couch, so I'm going to try and chuck this cheese in here and then quickly run over to close her ears so she doesn't wake up. So starting our recipe here, we've got 20 grams of Parmesan cheese, and we can notice there's the scales just on the side there. Now I am going to do, I've got 4 blocks of cheese there ready to go. Now I don't see the point of not grating it all, so I'm just going to cut 4 times the amount of cheese I need, but then keep the container of grated cheese in my fridge. Right, so that is now popped in, and it's going to go 10 seconds at speed 9. I'm going to see the power of the blades take those blocks of cheese and grate that up for us. Okay, here we go.
Fingers crossed that doesn't wake little girl up. The Zoom cuts out the sound when it's going really loud.
We did it, team. I didn't make the baby. All right, so let's have a look at what we've just done in there. So there is our beautiful grated cheese. Now, I don't know how much grated cheese is anymore at the supermarket because I just don't buy it. I buy blocks of cheese now and just grate it myself. But I remember it not being very cheap. So all I need to do is just pour that out. Continue on with the recipe. So in this recipe, it will steam our pumpkin for us, but I thought I'd use off one of our brand new host skips, and I've actually roasted off the pumpkin for this recipe. So this is where I'm going to be able to skip a few steps because I'm not following that part. And that's the flexibility of our guided recipes. It's up to you how close to or how far away the recipe you want to follow. So that would go into our simmering basket, which let me just, grab that here. This is one of our accessories that come with our Thermomix. Great for steaming your rice, your grains, your veggies. And so we would put our pumpkin in the water inside the bowl, and then that would be steaming for 14 minutes. But because we're not doing that, we can skip right ahead. And we'll clean the bowl, and now we're going to go in with our shallot, which is, let me go that side. Shallot here. So if you don't have a shallot, you could just use an onion, 15 grams of that. I'm going to go in 3 seconds at speed 7. Here we go. Now, I don't know about you, but who actually likes cutting onions? Because I don't. All right, and there's our really finely minced shallot ready to go. And in the bowl now, we're just going to tear those scales and we're going to go in with 50 grams of bacon. Now, if you don't like bacon, you could skip that out. Or if you wanted to replace the bacon with, I don't know, chicken bacon or something else, you could do that as well. And you can see with the green line, it's weighed that it's got the right amount in there. And we can just go straight to the next step. 20 grams of butter. And now that is going to saute for 5 minutes at 120 degrees. And I'm going to go over to Sharon now for her recipe.
Hello. I'm just quickly going to show you the focaccia, that something I prepared earlier. So this is focaccia. It's got some pieces of red onion with some cherry tomatoes in it. That's going to go in the oven. I've just made it in the lid of our roasting dish, which is one of the host rewards. So that's the base of it. This is the lid, which has been turned over, and you can cook in that as well. So you can cook in the 2 different things at the same time, or this is just a shallow dish. So that's what I'm throwing in the oven. Did you want me to come back and make the beetroot salad straight away?
Yep, go for it.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, so me being a little bit cocky, my baby's actually woken up, because she is, if anyone needs a baby in their life. So as we are cooking on this recipe here, we can see we've got our timer counting down. We're getting up to 120 degrees. It's currently at 90 degrees, and it's at speed 1. It's really, really quiet compared to previous models, and you can see there's that light now gleaming red, which is indicating that there's heat in the bowl. So if you're cooking with young ones, or just even yourself, the contents of the bowl inside will be hot. And the benefit of the new insulated bowl is that when you touch the outside of the bowl, it's not actually going to warm your fingers. So with being busy, as we are, I can scroll up in the recipe and see what steps are coming up next and get those ingredients ready. So really maximizing my free time and getting ahead where I can. So I will get the rice and the wine ready for the next steps and let Sharon take us away for her recipe.
This is one of the quickest salads you've ever seen. So this is called the beetroot salad. It's in Cookie Dough. I've prepared everything earlier just for the purposes of the video demo. But in real life, it was 3 minutes prep. So I've peeled a raw beetroot. We want 400 grams. And it said to quarter it, but normally that would be 2 beetroot, and this was 1 huge one. So I've actually cut it into 8s, but they're big pieces. So they're going in. 400 grams. 100 grams of carrot, which has just been cut into huge chunks. Like that. 20 grams of onion. This is the leftover onion from the focaccia, so that was handy. Some more of that in. A green apple, approximately, put my glasses back on, 100 grams. So that was also quite a big one. Yeah, I'll put a little bit more in. Fresh coriander, chuck that in. Done. Where else? 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1, 2. I learnt that off Tamara before. 10 grams of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. Some salt, some pepper, and some sugar. I'm not putting sugar in my salad. And that is going on. Next, it is going to chop it for 5 seconds at speed 5.
So while that's chopping, I'd love to know what salads you love to have at, I don't know if it's for a lunch or for a dinner, your side salads, your large salads. Are you making your own dressings? Chuck that all in the chat box for us because we'd love to get new inspiration with ideas.
Salad done. 5 seconds chopping.
That is ridiculously fast.
I shall put that in a bowl and show it to you later.
Thank you, Sharon. That's awesome. I'm just going to plug in my laptop because if we run out of power, it's not going to be a very good demo, is it? One moment.
I'm going to pop it in one of our stacking bowls, which is also available as a host reward. So these 3 bowls, they can stack inside. They're freezer proof, fridge proof, dishwasher proof. They have tight sealing lids that go on top as well. Very, I think they feel airtight to me. I have to read up on it.
Beautiful bowls. And that's the timer for our bacon and chamois. So that's great.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're like me and love the aroma of bacon and fried onions, that's what we've got going on in our bowl here. Nice and easy. So now we're just going to add our arborio rice, so 160 grams. So it's different to regular rice, team. And the good thing about arborio is that it's quite a starchy rice and it slowly cooks out and absorbs all those flavors as you go through. So I'm just going to pour that straight in. And that's going to saute for another 3 minutes at 120 degrees. So you can see the screen is asking for that lid to be popped back on. Now, differently to our TM6, you'll notice there's a little padlock on here. And so this indicates that we can, if we choose, take our lid off and season as we go. So you can, I'll bring it in a little bit closer, just that little padlock on top of the bowl there. If I just lift the lid, the machine will recognize that the lid has been taken off. I can adjust the seasoning now and pop that lid back on and we'll continue that cooking time. So it still gives you that flexibility in your recipes, so you don't have to feel so controlled by a recipe if you choose not to be. Very cool. So differently, where am I going with this? When you cook a risotto from scratch, you've probably got a big pot of stock on the boil. You've got your other pot where you've got your onions or your garlic and your herbs and your aromatics sauteing off. You'll be adding in your rice and toasting that. And then you'll have to wait to add your wine to deglaze. And then you're slowly incorporating that hot stock to your risotto. And you could be standing at the stove anywhere between 30 and 45, 50 minutes. If you walked away, potentially the bottom will burn, or it might not cook properly, or it just can be a little bit stressful. So by being able to create a risotto in about 20 minutes, it's totally stress-free, consistent every time. It's going to taste beautiful as well. And the cool thing about a risotto is you can do whatever flavor you choose. So if you've got leftover tomatoes or you've got some courgettes, or you've got some pesto in the fridge, or you want to do chicken, it's up to you. There's so many possibilities with risotto flavors. What flavor risotto would you as your go-to, Sharon? Are you a risotto fan?
There's a mushroom one on top of there, and I
Oh,
can
yeah.
put into it as well.
Very good.
There's a leek and pea one, that's beautiful. I love
All
that.
right, so we've got another minute on that one there. Did you want to show us your next recipe there, Sharon?
I didn't have another recipe.
Oh no, your bread. Have you got that?
Oh, my bread?
Yes, that would be great.
Well, I read the recipe wrong,
Okay, we're
and it
learning.
was supposed to rise for half an hour first, and I let it rise for nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to rise for 1 or 2 hours in this amazing tin.
Yes.
And it didn't rise very well. But this is my beautiful bread.
Oh, nice.
It should, had it risen to the very top, when you cook it with the lid on,
Yes.
it would make a very square loaf, perfect for sandwiches.
Yes.
It is kind of square because it didn't rise.
Well, I love the shape of it anyway, and I'm sure it's going to make fabulous toast if you don't end up doing sandwiches.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm excited.
Nice. And so, as we're cooking through here, can you tell me what's on your recipe list for this week?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no memory, so I need to go in and have a look. Tomorrow I need to update my tandoori cake because later in the week I am making a creamy chicken curry. Tomorrow I'm going to make sticky sesame chicken for dinner, and I think, and some butter with sun-dried tomatoes. Because I've got about 3 half jars of sun-dried tomatoes.
Oh,
I thought I could use them up, and I will, that'll just stay in the freezer, and it's beautiful on steak and things like that, and veggies. In the weekend, I'm going to have a go at these steamed mocha scrolls.
Oh, I've seen the photo of those. They look really delicious.
Yeah, lemon drizzle cake, because that's always a winner. I've got so many lemons, I love that.
Yes.
Probably make some lemon curd as well. And the creamy coconut chicken curry is on Saturday night, if we don't go out for dinner, which we might.
Why? You don't need to anymore. You can make your own fake ways at home with your Thermomix. So
I know.
I love that. So I've just added in our white wine, and that's going to cook for another minute at 100 degrees. So while that is cooking in there, I might move over to my other TM7 here. Just change the screen a little bit. So we're going to be doing this beautiful express strawberry dessert. Now, I love this recipe because we get to make a meringue. We also make a strawberry milk, and we make a sorbet. So if you're in a pinch for a dessert for a function, or you just want to be a little bit fancy on a Friday or Saturday night with your friends, this is a beautiful recipe. And we are just going to get straight into cooking it now. So I'd love to know who makes a meringue at Christmas time. Are you making your own pavlova? Are you making, I don't know, any extravagant strawberry dessert for Christmas? I normally do a tiramisu. That's my birthday cake. That's my Christmas cake. It's just my favorite in the whole wide world. And I love it so much. This is just some straight sugar in here. We've gone for 60 grams of sugar. I'd love to know also how many different types of sugar you have in your pantry at the moment, because you can take any raw sugar and mill it down to icing, mill it to caster. If you're running out of brown sugar, you can make your own in the machine. It's just incredible for making your own pantry staple. So we're going to blend this for 10 seconds at speed 10 and create some icing sugar.
It's cut out Tamara's sound because it's a bit loud for Zoom. Hopefully not too loud for your baby.
Now it looks like my machine is smoking, but it's actually icing sugar. Now this is one of our favourite things to show off at a demonstration, just that power of those blades, being able to make those pantry staples from the space of your own home and save some calories as well, because you can see those all escaping from the bowl as we've just finished there now. All right, so into here, we're going to go in with some lemon juice, and I've got some frozen strawberries. Straight in the bowl. Okay, and now that is going to blend now. 45 seconds at speed 8.
Actually, mine is at 45 seconds, which is a while. I feel the need to fill in the silence. Don't know what to tell you though. Oh, I've got these tea towels in the mail the other day. These are huge. So these are the new Thermomix tea towels. They're massive. If you have a bread mat, they are slightly bigger than the bread mat, so you can lie it down on top, roll it up like a scroll, I guess, and it dries it all in one go, both sides. They're beautiful, soft, thick.
Are you showing off your new tea towels, Sharon?
I felt the need to fill the silence.
Thank you so much for that, because I definitely couldn't. So right now in the bowl, I've just made some beautiful sorbet, and I'm just going to push it all down before I show you. All right, so there's our beautiful sorbet in that camera there. So what the recipe asks for is to take out 2 tablespoons of sorbet per glass. So I'm just going to pop the first one in behind. You're okay, bud. In our risotto, it's just asked me to incorporate some 410 grams of water, 2 teaspoons of vegetable stock paste, and some salt. Now, this vegetable stock paste is liquid gold. You take all of your vegetable offcuts, just try to stay away from your brassicas, your smelly veggies like your broccoli and cabbage, and you make a beautiful vegetable stock paste using all your leftovers. It's got a natural preservative in there of salt, but I add this to all my pastas, my sauces, and just to give everything a really good boost of flavour and minimise food waste as well. It's just fantastic. Okay, so we've done that part. Now we're going to insert the butterfly whisk, which is just here. Now this one I use for my whipping, so creams, butters, meringue as we are doing right now. Hold on, honey. My egg white. So 1 egg white going into our sorbet now. Going next and popping that lid on. It's going to whisk for 2 minutes at speed 4. So there's my glass already of just the sorbet. Okay, can you hear me or no? Sharon, I might need you to talk because I don't think they can hear me.
Oh, yeah. What shall I talk about now? You can earn a host reward by hosting a demo either at your house or virtually. If you have 2 guests, you can earn discounted
We've got 30 seconds left. Let's have a look at that.
I don't know if I've got any of the other hotel awards at the moment.
Right, so there's our beautifully whipped fruit. What would you call that? Fruit. We call it a fruity dream. I'm going to take some of that now. And that's going to be spooned on top of our sorbet. How beautiful is that color? So you can do that with any frozen fruit that you have as well. Let's use a spoon and on top. Right, so just taking this beautiful, look how fluffy and delicious it is. That's going to go straight on top of the sorbet. Beautiful. Okay, and then just continuing to follow my recipe here. We're going to add 130 grams of milk. And this is where we're going to make our strawberry milk. So if you weren't doing strawberry flavor, you could do this with mangoes, peaches, apricots, feijoas, whatever you choose is your flavor. We're going to pop our lid back on. And that's going to whisk for another 30 seconds. Ready. And as we go through in your journey with the Thermomix, you'll learn your machine better, you'll understand where you can pause it, when you can speed things up, and because of the relationship you have with your consultant, they're there to support you through your whole journey as well. Right. So, pour some of this over the top. Now I've probably left a little bit too much of the fruity dream in here, so we're just going to let it melt down. But ideally, you've got a beautiful layered dessert. So that's just going to sit up there for everyone. You're hungry. Now on our other machine here, we've got a 3-minute cook left. And we'll be adding in our pumpkin. It's asking for frozen peas, and then it will cook for a little bit longer as well. So what I might do on this screen here is just run you through some of the information that we go through at demos so that you can make an informed decision on whether a Thermomix on your bench is right for you as well. Speed up. When it decides to, there we go. Okay. Hopefully you can see that okay. So people come and get a Thermomix on their bench for a plethora of reasons. We obviously got ours on the Earn program. We've got customers that buy a Thermomix for health reasons or dietary reasons, or also to save them time or money. But also some people just need to get that love of cooking back as well. So having that inspiration of recipes built into the machine is really beneficial to a lot as well. So here's a quick video on the Thermomix itself about the history of woolwork. So hopefully you can see that all right behind me.
For over 140 years, we at Woolwork have been relentlessly driven to enhance everyday life in homes around the world, evolving from our first Thermomix to our latest innovation. We bring joy and pride to the table with unique culinary experiences. Alongside premium products, we build lasting relationships. We make house cleaning effortless with high-performing, versatile solutions, growing global companies across more than 60 countries. This success comes from our dedication to you, our customer. You'll see it in the eyes of our more than 100,000 determined people. Our passion for delicious food, spotless homes, next level technology, high standards, and sustainability is what drives us. For over 140 years, we've been reinventing ourselves. And now we're taking another leap forward with our most advanced Thermomix ever. At Orbit, we empower people to ignite their passion every day.
Beautiful. So, as you can see, we are a family business and we operate all throughout New Zealand, as well as having branches across Europe as well. So the price of your TM7 investment is 2,849. And there's a whole lot of different ways to get one on your bench, which we can go through as we go on tonight. Currently got our TM4 earn option, which is great for those that aren't in a position to do that financial outlay straight away. We've also got 24 months interest free through Zip Money New Zealand, and we've also got Afterpay if that is an option for you as well. Now, as we saw in our video today, we can use our Thermomix through guided recipes. We've also got those functions and modes, and we've got a manual setting too, so you can really decide how you'd like to use your Thermomix. These recipes that we're filtering through here are our demo recipes and kind of our greatest hits that show off a lot of functions. So if you are interested in seeing a more in-person scenario tonight, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I was just reading Kumi's comment there, so I just wanted to check. Then, yeah, if you'd like to have an in-person demo, you can obviously be in tasting the food. These are some of the recipes that we do as well. So we've got our basic bread rolls, a garlic and rosemary bread. The pizza bianca is a beautiful recipe. It's great for socializing, but you can use it for having pizza. You can use it as scroll dough. We use it for steam buns as well. So it's a really beautiful recipe. Now the risotto, we've done a pumpkin and bacon one tonight, but you can also do a mushroom risotto at your demonstration. And we've also got a marry me chicken pasta. Now a curry, if that is something you'd like to look at as well, we can also do that in a in-home demonstration. We would use our aroma dish. Now circling back quickly to this recipe, we finished cooking our risotto rice. Let's pick that up and have a look at the top here. So that's got our stock, our rice, our bacon, our shallots, and I'm just going to add in my roasted pumpkin into the bowl. And because it's already cooked, it's just going to need to be cooked through, mixed through as that rice finishes cooking as well. Nice and easy. How much have I put in? Great, and I love this roasting dish as well because now I've got extra roast veggies for the week. I'm skipping those peas and just chucking a lid on to finish my 5 minutes of cook time. All that we need to do at the end is pour it into our thermal server, which I'll show you in a second, and then garnish with our grated cheese. So let me change the view here. So right, back onto this machine. So we've got our cooking center. This is where we have our timer. It shows you what recipes are currently in as well. As you can see, we've got our dessert, strawberry dessert there that we finished. So we could just exit that out before we're starting a new recipe. But we've also got a Bluetooth thermometer that we connect into our machine, and that will tell us when our bread is perfectly cooked, our cakes are perfectly cooked, our meats and stuff like that. So if you like a good Sunday roast lamb or chicken, we can pop our thermometer in there and the machine will be able to recognize when that is ready for us as well. We've also got the scales as a quick function and the timer as well. So the platform we've been cooking through today is Cookie Doo, and I'll show you a little bit more about that towards the end of the demo. Anyone can download our free 30-day subscription and have full advantage of our 100,000 recipes from all over the world. So you get the benefits of cooking from a new country every single night if you'd like. It's kind of like Spotify or Netflix, but for your recipes. You can get your 30-day free subscription today. Then when you turn on your Thermomix for the first time, it's got a 3-month subscription added on as well. And then it's an 89 Australian dollar per year subscription to get full access to our shopping list feature, those recipes, being able to put your own recipes into the machine, which we'll be able to teach you as you move on as a consultant, as a customer as well. Like I said earlier, having your own demonstration, the benefits for that being that you will get to obviously eat the food, invite your friends and family, and be eligible for some of our beautiful host gifts that Sharon and I have shown off tonight. Now I've got a few more to show you at the end of the demo as well, but they are really beautiful. They change with the season. So we've just finished our winter catalogue and we've moved now into our spring. But yeah, some of them are just incredible. So just for inviting 2 people to your in-home demonstration or virtual demonstration like we've done today, you are eligible for some really beautiful gifts at a really discounted price. So the benefits of having us as your consultant along your journey is that we're with you every step of the way. So from the point of having an in-home demo or a virtual demo like we're doing now, to your purchasing decision, working you through your first steps with your machine, unboxing that with you and making sure you're comfortable and getting the most out of your investment every day. It's really important to us that you stay in love with your machine. We want you using it, 3 or 4 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner, all of your pantry staples, your snacks, sauces, all of the things. And I've made some things here as well, just to show you what else we can do. So here is a barbecue seasoning that you can make. We've got tandoori paste, which we use quite a lot as consultants because we make our chicken curries. I've also got a cake Malay, which is a South African curry spice paste mix. A chai tea powder. So if you love a chai latte, you can make your own chai tea powder and just reheat your frothy milk in with it, and then you've got that ready to go, saving you fractions rather than buying it from the shop. Making your own jams and chutneys. I've got a feijoa jam here that we've made, and also chicken stock paste. So we've used the vegetable stock tonight in our machine. I've also got some taco seasonings. So those packets that you buy from the supermarket, they cost about $4, $5 each. You've probably got every single spice that's in it in your pantry already. So by being able to make it yourself, just blending it in the machine, you've got that ready to go, and you just add what you need. I've also got some, these are called Romney creams. They're like a chocolate coconut biscuit with melted chocolate in the middle. And I tempered beautiful chocolate today in our Thermomix. So no more playing with a bowl in the microwave or over a pot of water trying to figure out if it's ready or not, or getting that water in there and splitting the chocolate. Perfectly controlled temperature in our Thermomix, nice and easy. And this is one of our vacuum seal containers. Great for keeping food fresher for longer. We've just released our new vacuum seal jars. So great for all your pickles or preserves if you want to keep your dry goods in that as well. But yeah, one of our other host gifts are the jars for you to earn. And another type of bread you could be making as well. So I improved my dough for, this is called a Durban naan. So I made this dough and proved it in the fridge overnight in this big bowl, and then was able to cook it today. This is another South African recipe. I'm doing a South African market on the weekend with our Thermomix team. So we're making a whole lot of South African recipes to show at the market, which I'm really excited about. So let's have a look at our risotto here. What it's saying now is to leave risotto to rest in the bowl for a minute, but how good does that already look? So I'm going to leave that in there before I transfer it into my thermo server, which, let me just figure out where I put that. It's right behind me. Okay, so this is another one of our host gifts as well at the moment. So for hosting your own demonstration, if you've brought some friends around tonight, the new thermal server has a new design. So you've got a really insulated lid that suctions on top, and you've got the little straps here that keep the lid on. So if you're going to a potluck dinner or you're transporting your food maybe to the beach over the summer, coming into summer sports, this will be all nice and secure in your car. Now, I've also just got out here while we're here, just the thermal baking mat, bread mat. So this is a great replacement for your baking paper. You can roll out your pastries, your doughs. I rolled out a lot of my bread on it today. This is also one of our host gifts that comes with the rose gold bread tin that Sharon was showing earlier as well. Oh, Sharon, what have you got there?
Oh, that's focaccia. Wow.
Woohoo! That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
So remind us on top, what have you got garnished?
It's red onion and you peeled off in layers, and then there's half a cherry tomato on top, and there's rosemary, sea salt flakes, and a fair bit of olive oil.
Beautiful. I bet your house smells amazing as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
you're going to be able to open up a little bread shop with all the baking you've been doing there,
I
Chef.
know.
So I've just got a comment in the chat box. The lid on the new thermal server is metal as well, Pip. So make sure you get your hands on one of those. So I'll be pouring our risotto into the thermal server, and that can stay warm for up to 2 hours or cold for an hour. The other thing we haven't used tonight is our aroma dish. Okay, so this goes on top without the lid cap and really maximizes the volume in your Thermomix. So think steaming, think whole chicken or a pork belly or a fish or dumplings or your laksa with your omelets and your noodles and your prawns and everything. So this can fit up to apparently 2 wee chickens or 1 really large one. I'm going to try and do a turkey in here for Christmas this year and see how long that takes to cook. But really, really great way to make the most of your energy as well. Instead of having all your pots and pans, you might have your curry in here and your cauliflower rice or your actual rice and your veggies on the top. So it's all in one, maximizing that energy consumption as well. And then the simmering basket I showed you earlier as well. So using that for your steaming of your veggies and your rice and your grains, and the way it hooks in with your spatula. So once you're finished cooking your rice and stuff in the bowl, you can pull that out safely as well. Very good. Okay, what else have I got left to show you? I've got a wee mini vacuum that is also one of our host gifts that we have at the moment. Here we go. So nice little button there. Great for vacuuming around little tight spots or the car. Nice handhold vacuum cleaner. And then you've got the big kobold vacuum, which I will not try and lift up into shot tonight, but if you'd like some more information, I can show you where to find that too. So that's on our risotto is done, and we're just going to finish up our information here. So like I said earlier, the main ways to get a Thermomix on your bench is either our earn offer, our full payment, or our finance options. So if that is something you'd like more information on, our consultants will be able to get in touch with you post this demo and see how they can help you. So I'm going to just jump off this camera and go onto my computer screen instead, so you guys can look at my face over here. Sorry for my back in the shot. Hello. Should we pick you up so we can see? Very good. Okay. So here we go. So what I wanted to quickly do is just show you a few more things that we have on offer with our beautiful company. So if you're sitting there tonight and going, hey, I think I could do what Sharon and Tamara does, you can see I'm juggling a 9-month-old, and Sharon doesn't do this full time. She's also got another job. What's your role outside of Thermomix, Shaz?
I'm a teacher.
Teaching.
I teach 5 days a week. Yep.
Yeah. Luckily, being able to work in the school holidays as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I could whip up loaves of bread and things like that.
Yeah, so this is our Thermomix for You offer. So you can come and join the team with a no deposit, get your Thermomix on your bench once you've finished your training, and have 90 days to try and sell 4 machines. If you manage to do all 4, your Thermomix is free. But if we do 1 or 2 or 3, you've got the breakdown on this piece of paper. Sorry, of what will be left to pay, excluding withholding tax. So if you just did 1 sale in your 90 days, that's a $700 discount on your Thermomix that's on your bench. How exciting is that? If you manage to do 2, You have 1,599 left, and if you did 3, 1,099. So if that's something you'd like to know a little bit more about, you'll be able to earn your cutter, which is the brand new TM7 cutter that isn't out yet. But as consultants, we get to earn these things obviously before the rest of the crew, and the new shopper bag. So if that's something you want more information about, I'd love to help you as well. The Spring Fling host reward list. If you've loved the look of some of the gifts that we've shown you tonight, please book in a demonstration with your consultant. We'd love to help you. We'd love to teach you more recipes and how to get more out of your machine. You've only seen a taste of some of the functions that you can do this afternoon with your machine. So there's the new vacuum seal jar sets. If you're a bit of a baker, we've got a muffin tin and a cupcake carrier. The new thermo server there. And then also scrolling down, there's, oh, Sharon, I think your one looks better than the picture, to be honest. Let's replace that one with your one. We've got our beautiful rose gold roasting tray and lid set there. So you can use the bottom dish as a roasting tray, the top dish as a roasting tray, or use the top as a lid in your bigger cooks as well. I set fudge in mine. I roasted veggies today. It's great for your brownies if you want them that nice thickness as well. The stackable bowls are fantastic for coming into the social season. And then you've got the rose gold tin and bake mat there. We've also got our large Kobold VK7. And so this is our cordless vacuum cleaner. It's one of the quietest on the markets. And you've got attachments available to purchase from our mix shop, like a mop and vacuum attachment. There's also a whole lot of car and upholstery accessories as well. So it's up to you how far you want to go on your Kobold journey. There's our mini vacuum there. And then Sharon's beautiful tea towels and bowl brush that hopefully, the tea towels she showed you as well. So those are all available to you as a host, with inviting a couple of friends to your demonstration, whether it's in person or virtual as well. As I said earlier, we've got the 4 main ways to get a machine on your bench: one single payment, earning, Afterpay, or Zip Money. So if you are after Zip Money or Afterpay, you do need to have an account with them already or get pre-approved for Zip, and we can help you with that application process if you choose so. Our Thermomix website has a whole heap of beautiful stuff on there as well. We've got information on joining the team, purchasing your machine, hosting a demo, meal planning, and inspiration. We've also got our local events. Now, as the team leader in Franklin area, I've got a lot of local events happening in Waiuku and Waiapa, and also Pocono. So if it's something in person is something you'd like to come to, that's where we're at. We've also got events at our Mount Wellington head office, but if you are up and down the country, have a look through here and find a class local to you. We also run virtual workshops. There's some master classes on there too, like sourdough ones they've done in the past, or bread making, or butter, and all of the pastry stuff is all on there as well. So have a look at what's close to you and jump on those. The mix shop. Now this is our kind of version of Briscoe's or Stevens. We've got all of our beautiful accessories, including the Urbana pizza oven that cooks your pizzas in about 90 seconds. Gas-powered, portable to take away with you as well, and a whole lot of other beautiful accessories like some that we've used tonight in the demonstration. But I would really recommend signing up for our loyalty program so you could receive a $15 voucher to spend on your first purchase too. Cookie Doo, we've got the desktop version here, but it's also available as an app on your phone. On here, we've got our just sort of search feature, so you can use it like a Google search hub. We've also got my recipes, which you can have your bookmarks, or if you want to have little collections. So we ran a South African class, and I put all my South African family favorites in there. I've done a few different cooking classes, or we've got one that's all about saving money. So just you can categorize your recipes like that, and you can also put your own recipes in as well. So I've been able to put my lactation biscuit recipe in there that I personalized and popped in. But I've also got things like my Nana's peanut brownies that I've converted into a recipe I can cook on my Thermomix. So I can feel like I'm still having that nostalgia, but just cooking in a smarter way as well. The weekly planner is fantastic for organizing. So my weeks, depending on how consistent I am, I might have a Sunday where I'll sit down and go, okay, when are we at home? When are we not? Let's figure out what we want to have, when we want to have it. And then we go ahead and create a shopping list from those recipes as well. So I can see what I've got in my kitchen at home and what I need to get from the supermarket. And then I can just tick, tick, tick along the way, making my life easy. I don't have to try and remember everything. I don't have to write it on a piece of paper. It's all in one place. And as you can see, you can add your additional items like your toilet paper, cat food, dog food, nappies, if that's the case. So you won't forget anything as well. So beautiful features like that on here on Cookie Dough as well. There's also tutorials, there's tips and tricks, there's a whole lot of videos and support as well. If in doubt, reach out to your consultant or have a look at our YouTube channel as well. There's a whole lot of stuff on there too. We've managed to smash out a whole lot in about an hour, Sharon, so well done us. I hope tonight's been of service. If you've got any questions, please pop them in here. Georgia, I can send you my chai powder recipe. It does have milk powder in it, but you can make it without the milk powder if you just want a dairy-free option as well. And the cutting processor, we've got, so the new cutter will be sort of the version of the food processor attachment that you will have for the Thermomix as well. And Kumi, I'd love to know what area you're in so I can support you. And yeah, we've got consultants up and down New Zealand. We don't have an option for a trade up from the 6 to the 7 yet, but we can let you know if that ends up being a possibility with the acquisition from being a part of New Zealand and Australia. To now the European Vorwerk International. We've been told that maybe they won't be doing trade-ups in the future, but I don't want to say that in case they end up doing it randomly, because in the world of Vorwerk and Thermomix, things change constantly. So the best way to get a TM7 on your bench straight away is to jump on our Earn program. Otherwise, there is about a 2-month delay with shipping as well. So depending on how quick you want that Thermomix on your bench, we'll be able to help you. But yeah, any closing statements from you, Sharon?
No, I think you're amazing, Tamara.
Oh, I feel like I've breathed a lot more. Sometimes I go through these virtuals and I talk really quickly. So if there's anything I've skimmed over that you want more information, I'm going to hang out here for a bit longer and answer those for you. Otherwise, thanks for spending this last hour with us. We will edit the recording and flick that back out to you. So if you missed anything and want to rewatch, you'll be able to have that as a reference too. But I've been Tamara, and Skylar's down here and Sharon's over there, and we would just like to thank you for spending your afternoon with us. Otherwise, have a great afternoon, night, evening, and we'll see you at the next virtual or the next in-person cooking class. Have a great night. Bye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Quite a few. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you